What is going on, SKF here, and welcome to FIFA 20 rating predictions. So we do have Liverpool today. I can work on other teams. Of course, I can do nations. I can do future team of the weeks or icons. So anything like that, I would of course appreciate commenting any comments down below. And I will definitely take a look at them, and I can definitely work on that. But yeah, we do have Liverpool and FIFA 20. Yeah, it's coming out, I want to say, the 27th, which is a Friday. And of course, you can get early access if you pre-order the $80 or $100 version. And they also have EA Access, which you get the 10-hour trial, which I think they patched the glitch, actually. So you can't do like the unlimited time anymore, which does kind of suck. But, you can get it pretty early and start working on Ultimate Team. But yeah, we're going to start with Liverpool. And I am a United fan, but I won't be too biased when it comes to these ratings. So yeah, we'll start out with the goalkeepers. We got ALISSON, their main goalkeeper, I believe the starting Brazilian goalkeeper as well. He's been very good, and certainly, has cemented himself as one of the best keepers in the world. And yeah, I gave him an 89 rated. I think that's pretty fair. +2 from his 87 winter upgrade, I believe. And yeah, that's a pretty solid rating. He had 38 appearances, 21 clean sheets, and 76 saves. Pretty impressive stats from ALISSON. You also have Adrian, their new signing. I don't believe he featured for West Ham. He was their backup goalkeeper, and he was released as a free agent. And yeah, he's not a bad, backup goalkeeper, but he didn't really do anything to warrant an upgrade. And so I think it'd be pretty generous if they keep him at this rating. But I will say, since he has moved, taken a big step from West Ham to a very big club, to Liverpool, I think he could, maintain his rating as a 78. And on to their fullbacks. Of course, they've got Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson, both having great seasons and cemented themselves as some of the best fullbacks in the league. And I believe they both had Team of the Seasons in FIFA 19, so they definitely will each get some upgrades. I think Trent deserves around an 83, a +5 upgrade, to cement himself as one of the best right backs in the league, alongside Kyle Walker and João Cancelo, maybe Wan-Bissaka, so I think an 83 would be very fitting. Both these fullbacks are huge for Liverpool, of course, going forward especially. They really create a lot of chances. You can see Alexander-Arnold with 12 assists and Robertson with 11. They are crucial in terms of creating chances and sending in good deliveries. More so Alexander-Arnold, I feel, and Robertson, of course, defensively is a rock. So I think they both deserve great upgrades. Robertson at an 85, making him one of the best left backs in FIFA 20. So I think these ratings are pretty fair, and we'll put them at the top in terms of fullbacks in the game. And on to their center backs, of course, we've got Virgil van Dijk. I think a +3 overall to a 91 would be fitting, to make him one of the best center backs in FIFA 20, considering he is one of the top center backs in the world right now. He's really transformed that Liverpool back line and made it very solid. He's been one of the first center backs in a while for Liverpool, I think, that has been quite as reliable as him, since maybe like a Jamie Carragher. So I think he's really been a crucial part of that team. 38 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists, and 20 clean sheets. He's been excellent. He was in the Team of the Year and Team of the Season as well in FIFA 19. So I do think a +3 upgrade would be much deserved. Joel Matip, a +2, I think. I think he deserves an upgrade. He's been very solid, alongside Van Dijk, of course. 22 appearances, a goal, and 9 clean sheets. And he's been a pretty solid partner. They've formed a pretty good partnership, Van Dijk and Matip. So I think an 83 rated for Matip to make him, a pretty solid center back for next year is much deserved. And on to their third and fourth choice center backs. We've got position change in Joe Gomez. He's gone from a right back to a center back, and this card actually looks pretty good. For starter center back, pretty quick, decent defending stats. And yeah, I think a +4 upgrade from his 76 right back card to this 80 rated center back card would be pretty deserved. He's had 16 appearances and 7 clean sheets, and has really emerged as a solid Premier League proven center back. We have also Dejan Lovren. He did make it to the finals, of course, with his nation in the World Cup with Croatia. but he only featured 13 times, scoring once and getting 6 clean sheets. And I just don't think he deserves a upgrade, let alone staying at his 81 overall. So I do think he will get downgraded, maybe by 1. You know, I think 2 would be too harsh. So I see Lovren being at an 80 overall next year. And on to their CDMs, of course, they have Fabinho and Henderson. I think both of them you could either get a upgrade or, you know, stay the same. You know, I think Fabinho, after his big money move from Monaco, I believe, you know, the hype was pretty high, and I think he had a slow start, I want to say, in the beginning, but I do think he really settled down and made himself an anchor in front of that Liverpool defense. But yeah, I can see it go either way. 28 appearances, a goal, and 2 assists. You know, he is a CDM though, but he really did improve that center defensive mid position. Now Henderson, I do think he gets a lot of criticism that he doesn't deserve. You know, he's a pretty solid player, pretty decent player, and not a bad captain as well. But you know, I could see this go either way. You know, I think 83 is a pretty good rating for him. 32 appearances, a goal, and 3 assists. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the CDMs. And on to some of the center mids, we have Gini, Wijnaldum, and Naby Keita. Now, Wijnaldum was very good, especially in the Champions League. His influence on that Barcelona game, he really changed the game. And I do think he's quite an underrated player for Liverpool and does so much for them on and off the ball. So I think a +1 rating would be much deserved for Wijnaldum. 35 appearances, 3 goals, and 0 assists. You know, solid season for Wijnaldum. Now, Keita hasn't had such a great start and the influence he had would have hoped for, and I just don't think he's been near good enough as we'd expected from him after his big money move from RB Leipzig. And you know, 25 appearances, 2 goals and assists for a creative player as himself, you know, I think isn't good enough, and I think a negative, you know, -1 on his 83 card would be you know, deserved. And on to some of their English center mids, we've got James Milner and Adam Lallana. Both 2 different stories. I think Milner's been a very good, important player for Liverpool. You know, he's not, obviously, he's not, you know, quite, what's the word, flair. You know, he's not fancy, but he's a very hard-working player. And I do think he's a player you want in your team. And I think maintaining his rating would be pretty fair for him. You know, he's been a great player, not only for, you know, Liverpool, but for other teams he's played for, like Man City. And I do think 81 rated for James Milner would be deserved. Now, for Adam Lallana, he actually used to be one of their main center mids, Liverpool. And he used to be one of the better center mids in the Prem. But he just hasn't had it this year. You know, he's had injuries. He's just struggled. And I just don't see him staying the same rating. I could even see him drop more, you know. So 13 appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists, and I think a big downgrade is coming for Adam Lallana, and we could see him as a 79 rated next year. And on to some of their more attacking players, we've got Oxlade-Chamberlain and Xherdan Shaqiri. I could see Shaqiri honestly going up, but I kept him at an 81. You know, he spent a lot of the times coming off the bench and impacting the game, and he's a quality player. I just think Liverpool's probably not the best place for him in terms of if he wants to be a star, because I definitely think he has the potential to be a decent, you know, quality player. But I feel like he's wasting his talents on the bench personally. But you know, he's had good moments with Liverpool. 24 appearances, 6 goals, and 3 assists. It's not easy getting into that Liverpool attack. It really isn't. So I could see him staying his rating at 81, or even, you know, going up by 1. You know, he's been pretty good off the bench and really given Liverpool a different option in terms of going forward. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain, I could see him staying at this rating or even going down. You know, he spent most of his time on the sidelines, I believe, with an injury. I don't remember what it was exactly, but 2 appearances, 0 goals, and 0 assists in the Prem just isn't good enough. And I could see him getting downgraded or even staying at an 80 if EA are feeling generous. And on to their central attackers, we've got Origi and Roberto Firmino. I think actually they sometimes occasionally will put Origi out wide, but another player I feel that has the potential to do great things. You know, I feel like his talents are being wasted on the bench. I mean, he's a great sub to bring on. I think he's a great player. But again, a player who could really be a key striker
for another club. I think an 80 rated would be very good, especially off his heroics in the Champions League last year. I believe he scored twice against Barcelona in that comeback, 4-0 comeback. And yeah, a big upgrade. I think a +3 would be much deserved. 12 appearances in the Prem, 3 goals and 1 assist isn't too bad, And yeah, 80 rated would make him pretty good cheap striker as well at the start of FIFA 20. Now for Firmino, he's had a pretty good season, 34 appearances, 12 goals and 6 assists in the Prem. He really is a player that glues up the attack. He really links up that attack very well, complements it extremely well. He's not exactly, he's a center forward. He's not all-in-out goal scorer, but more of a playmaker, more of a, a creator. So I do think he is a huge, important part of that attack, and a +1 would be much deserved to Roberto Firmino. And on to their main goal-scoring threats, we've got Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, both tying last year for the Golden Boot with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 22 goals for each of them. 38 appearances from Salah, 22 goals, of course, like I said, and 8 assists is excellent. He's very great, proving to be one of the best front men in the world. And as well for his country, he did a lot. I believe scored the winning penalty, sent Egypt to the World Cup. So great year for Salah. I even saw him yesterday. He got a brace against Arsenal. He took those goals really well and made David Luiz look like an absolute idiot. So yeah, I think a +2 upgrade would be much deserved. Now in terms of Sadio Mane, as well, a great year for him. As well for his national team, he was really good. So I think +2 upgrade would be much deserved. And once again, proving to be one of the best left wingers in the world. So yeah, that's going to be my Liverpool prediction videos. I'm going to definitely make more of these. Please like the video. It took a lot of time for me to make this. Of course, the graphics and all the, the bit of research and stuff. So please like the video, of course. I appreciate all you guys watching. Comment down below if you want to see a specific rating video. And yeah, thank you for watching.